And it looks like we might be live. Let me just double check this. Yeah, I think we're live. Hey up everyone. Yep, we're live. Yeah, let me just bring that up. Oh. Come on. There we go. Hey up everyone, it's me, Steph, aka Alternate, and welcome back to the Planet of Nerds. Now, hi up James! Hello! Woo woo woo! Thank you for joining. Hopefully you can tell me if this live stream actually works. In terms of like, you know, no lag, hopefully, and all that jazz. But yeah, I thought I've got a few moments spare. I want to play Sonic the Hedgehog, but I also want to talk about the Mandalorian at the same time. So, why not? Hello! Oh, hang on a minute. Add spoiler to the title in case you do any spoiler talk. Good idea, Chris. Let me do that now. See? This is why. Chris has better ideas than me. Because, quite frankly, I never even thought of putting, like, spoiler talking. It is going to be spoiler heavy. So, James, if you haven't watched The Mandalorian, bow out. Seriously, dude. Because there are going to be spoilers, to be fair. Let me go on to that. Yep. When it'll let me. Sorry about this, guys. We will start in a moment. But to be fair, Chris has got a point. I do need to put in the title spoiler. You are right, mate. Here we go. Okay, let me save that. And let me go back there. Make sure it's showing. Yes, there you go. If you refresh, it'll say spoilers. So, yeah, this is major spoiler talk heavy about Mandalorian. What I did, you've seen the whole thing, so no worries there. Perfect. Okay. I think it's going to be an SW talk we're going to have. An SW. What does SW mean, James? Sorry, dude. Anyway, whilst you're letting me know about what the SW, Star Wars. That's got to be Star Wars, dude. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Let me start Sonic the Hedgehog, and oh, hang on. I don't like. Oh no, because you don't really need it. Thingy anyway. Right, so, Mandalorian. SW is Star Wars. Yeah, that's fair enough. Okay, so Mandalorian. I waited until all the episodes were released, and I binged watched it all in one go yesterday. I can't do like what everyone else does, which is like watch it week by week each episode. That would just annoy the frack out of me. So I just waited until it all came out, and then I just watched it all in one go. So all the commentary about it over the last few weeks, I've literally stayed away from because I didn't want any spoilers whatsoever. And Andy last night, when he knew that I was going to binge watch it all, he were like, yeah, Steph, Twitter does not exist for you today. Stay away from it at all costs. And I'm glad I did, because the finale, oh my goodness. Luke! Ah! Hey, Andy! Hello, thank you, honey. Hope you're doing well, mate. So, yeah, anyway, yeah, Luke, like, appears and everything. Like, when it all started, and the X-Wing fighter came in, I was like, nah, that's gotta be what is it. And, like, he had, like, when you saw, like, the close-up of his hands, and one of them was gloved and the other one wasn't, I was like, yeah, dude, seriously, can't. Nah. And then you saw the green lightsaber, and I was like, oh my goodness, they're actually going there. And then he comes in all cloaked and mysterious like, and then like he kind of like cloaks himself, and it's Luke, and he's like, yeah, I'm here for Grogu. I'm like, ah! I was so for it. I was really shocked though, and to be fair, kudos to, you know, Filoni and Favreau, because they proper kept that a secret. Like, no one, like, there was, like, I didn't know anyone that was, like, well, to be fair, I kept away from most of the commentary, but there was, like, no, like, even rumours that, you know, there was going to be, like, Luke Skywalker that was going to be involved with all of this and all that lot. So for the whole production team and the creators and everyone to keep this part a secret, I'm absolutely like agog that they did that. Oh, wait up, stay tuned. Recording a Luke scoop for Monday. See you later. I'm so excited for that one. See you later, Andy. Thanks for stopping by, mate. But yeah, I was absolutely like shocked. So I'm so glad that I stayed away from Twitter, because as soon as I went onto Twitter afterwards, that was pretty much anything anyone would talk about, which was, you know, the introduction of Luke Skywalker into the Mandalorian world, which was amazing. I do wonder though how it'll all fit in the end, in terms of Mandalorian 3. Now, you know, it's actually reminded me with Andy being here. He did a video recently about the book of Boba Fett, and that Pond Life was turning around and saying that was going to be season 3 of The Mandalorian, which, no, that's not the case, of course. Oh, bloody hell, why did I have to lose all my rings like that? Anyways, but that's not the case. The Book of Boba Fett is not season 3 Mandalorian. It's its own thing. She's just talking out of her backside like usual. But anyway, besides the point. The actual season, or the actual thing of season 3 Mandalorian, yeah, I wonder if we're going to see Luke in that. What do you guys think? James, do you think we're going to see Luke in Mandalorian season 3? I don't think we will. I think we'll see Grogu come back, because that has to happen. I'm sorry. It's one of those things. But apart from that, will we see Luke again? I hope not. And I'll tell you why. Because the inclusion of Luke in the finale of season 2 only holds weight and water if it was just a one-off. If it's not a one-off and Luke comes back, then I think it diminishes that finale of season 2. So I think it was fine that they included Luke in the season 2 finale, but leave it at that. Please don't do a cash grab and freaking be like, oh, nah, we're gonna include more of Luke in season 3. No. Screw that. I don't want that. But this, I was watching a little bit of Jodie's stream from last night, and he was right. This is the Star Wars that we should have got in terms of the episodes 7, 8 and 9. This is it. You know, Star Wars has that magic that episodes 7, 8 and 9 didn't capture, but somehow a little Disney Plus series did. It's like, what kind of world and reality are we living in, dudes? But there you go. That's the breaks on that. But yeah, I do agree that Star Wars is back. My only concern is that from the investor panel that happened last week, it kind of feels a little bit like a cash grab that they're going to be doing all these series for Star Wars. Kind of, I suppose they're going the route of, you know, the extended Marvel universe with the TV Disney Plus series thing that they've got going on. But yeah, it kind of feels a little bit like a cash grab and shoehorned in. The only one that I'm really excited about, to tell you the truth, is the Obi-Wan series, for two reasons. Firstly, the inclusion of Aiden Christensen as Darth Vader. Yes, I am all for that. I am all on board. I am there. That's absolutely fine. The second thing, though, is my theory, which is in the investor panel, when they were talking about the Star Wars section of it, they included in like a montage a picture of Samuel L. Jackson's Mace Windu. And I'm sorry, why do that? Like, really? I think Mace Windu is going to come back as a Force Ghost. That is my prediction. Mace Windu is going to come back as a Force Ghost, people, and it's going to happen in Obi-Wan. And yeah, I think that would be amazing if they did that, to be fair. But yeah, what do you guys think? I'm talking a lot. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let's have a look. I'm going to pause this, see what you've all been saying so far. At least I hope so. I'm going to look at it. You know, his temple got destroyed. I forgot to go on TFA. It was not a fan of being bit of the match to be drawn. Okay. I can. Right, fair enough. So, you're not a fan of being Vader back in the Obi-Wan series. It should have been a drama with Obi-Wan dealing with PTSD in the beginning. Over the course of the show, he becomes more hopeful of the future. Okay, but what would be the issue of bringing Vader in? I mean, Obi-Wan could still be dealing with PTSD and become more hopeful of the future. Why not include Vader in that? I mean, we know Star Wars. I'm not going to go over old ground here, but you know, Obi-Wan and Vader, there's like a lot of history behind that, you know. So why not include Vader in that? What's the problem there? You don't think Mace will come back as a Force Ghost, but Liam, you think will. That's interesting. Liam Neeson. Do you know what? Possibly. That's a good thing to think about. I definitely think they won't kill the child off. It's too, it don't make sense for them to do that. Grogu's around, that's it. And by not Luke's student, I mean Grogu not being there when his temple got destroyed. Now I'm hearing that they think that Grogu probably died when the temple got destroyed by Ben Solo. Oh, and that's a Trigger in the background saying hi, everyone. I think it would make sense if Grogu was there at Luke's temple Jedi camp, training camp thing as the whole thing got destroyed. I don't know. I think it makes sense for that to happen. So Noel could look at the end of season 2 think that's the end of Din's story. I don't think it's the end of Din's story either. You know, again, I'm looking on Twitter and everything, and everyone's thinking it's the end of Din's story, or some of them are anyway, and I'm thinking, nah. They've already announced season 3 of The Mandalorian. it's happening. And to be fair, there's this whole subplot now about the dark saber that Din has. That can't be ignored. So yeah, I want Obi-Wan to stay on Tatooine for the entire 19 years he's been there. Well, it would make sense that he just stays on Tatooine, because my understanding is from A New Hope, that's where he stayed anyway. From episode 3 to episode 4, Obi-Wan did say that he was going to go on to Tatooine, and that's where he'd stay to look over Luke Skywalker and whatnot. So that would make sense that he would just stay on Tatooine. If you're just gonna, if they're gonna create this series where Obi-Wan then starts going to other planets and other places, then I agree that doesn't work, just based on the Star Wars lore alone, to be fair. But I don't know. Makes Obi-Wan irresponsible for leaving Luke behind and risking getting caught. Yes. And 2, I prefer the next time Obi fights Vader would be ANH. I don't know. I think it would be pretty epic in the Obi-Wan series that, you know, Vader and Obi-Wan, you know, clash. and we have another epic fight on our hands there. Hey, up night, I'm not doing too bad, mate. Yourself? Oh, let me go back to Sonic anyway, and I'm just going to go on a little bit of a rant here, because there's one thing that I absolutely dislike about this whole Mandalorian season finale situation that absolutely grinds my freaking gears to no end. And it's everyone, well, again, I say everyone, I'm using that pretty much upon a hyperbole basis, but anyway, people turning around and being like, oh yeah, it's awesome, you know, Luke appeared, blah blah blah, and it was great, blah 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 blah, but then they're completely dissing the CGI of Luke. Dudes, we finally got the Star Wars that we wanted after the shambles of episode 7, 8 and 9, and you guys are turning around and moaning about the CGI of Luke Skywalker. Are you freaking kidding me? That is ridiculous. I'm sorry, but seriously, to be fair, you've got to kind of realise that even though this is The Mandalorian and it's awesome in its own right, don't get me wrong, it is just a Disney Plus series. Yeah? It's not a film, so the budget's going to be slightly different to, let's say, a full feature Star Wars film, right? So yeah, they're going to use CGI for Luke Skywalker because fine, done, dusted. But, dudes, how can then you turn around and say that, oh, the CGI sucks, blah, blah, blah? Well, what do you expect? It's just a TV series in the sense. The budget ain't going to be that great where you're going to have, like, the top-notch CGI of all time. You know what I mean? Just be grateful that we finally got something from Star Wars that is actually freaking worthy. Oh my goodness. Stop moaning. We've got a storyline that we freaking love. We've got a series for Star Wars that we freaking love and that we all pretty much approve of, because damn, we can be picky. Do you know what I mean? And like, all you guys are like, I say all, again, I'm using it as a hyperbole, but you know, all you guys can freaking moan about is, but Luke doesn't look right, the CGI rubbish, blah, 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 blah. Oh my goodness, like, I think there's better things to moan about from the Star Wars situation than what freaking Luke Skywalker looks like on CGI. Like, seriously, that proper grinds my gears to no freaking end, you know? So, yeah, stop moaning about Luke's CGI because, to be fair, the inclusion of Luke Skywalker in the finale of the season 2 of The Mandalorian was perfect enough. Let's just be thankful for what we've got, and move on, and forget about episode 7, 8, and 9, shall we, guys? Just an idea, entirely up to you, but there you go. That proper grinded my gears when I saw that. Freaking hell. Anyways, let's have a look at the chat. CGI was fine. Exactly, Night. Ishola, of course. Ola, good day. Good day to you and all, mate. Hey up, Kev. How's it going, mate? James, the CGI is fine. Exactly. It doesn't have to be top notch in the sense of it's just like a TV series. But the whole thing of, everyone's missing the point to me if they're just moaning about the CGI. The main point of it is the inclusion of Luke Skywalker in the finale and how it all fitted in and everything else. If anyone's moaning about the CGI, I'm sorry. Shut the front door on your way out. I ain't hearing it. Bog off. Not a chance. Just go. Laters. I can't deal with that. It's just something to moan about, in my opinion, and I just think that's ridiculous. I'm fine, Nate. How are you doing, mate? I was quite surprised they didn't get another actor and just grabbed Hamill and used CGI for his face. Well, they were trying to, well, I say the fan base, they were trying to, like, I don't know, champion Sebastian Stan, because he does look like a very, very young Luke Skywalker and all that lot. I saw all the fan art for that, which was quite cool. But in a way, I'm glad that they didn't go that route. I'm glad they went the CGI route. To me, it was much better. Freak you, Ryan Johnson. Freak you, Kathleen Kennedy. Hang on a minute, though. Right. Let's get this straight, okay? Because the Nerd War from the other night, which is the better film? Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker? Alright. Come for me. Last Jedi is the better film. Last Jedi is the better film. I'm sorry, dude. To me, it's Freak You, J.J. Abrams, and Freak You, Kathleen Kennedy. Not Ryan Johnson on this one. No. Don't get me wrong. Last Jedi, we all know. Major freaking problems with it. But, oh my goodness. Here's my second rant now. The Rise of Skywalker is trash. And let me tell you why, right? As I'm playing another round of Sonic, because why the heck not? So, The Rise of Skywalker. You had it at the Star Wars Comic-Con kind of situation, right? Where Ian McDiarmid comes out as he announces that he's back as the Emperor, right? Okay. Brilliant. You know, it was a wonderful surprise at the time, and I was proper then jazzed for The Rise of Skywalker, because I was there thinking, oh my goodness, they're gonna basically kind of correct all the wrongs that had happened up until that point, and I was so ready for that. So I when it came out, went to cinemas, saw it with my partner. I was so freaking excited to see it. And, oh my goodness, I kid you not, right? In the first scroll, when it literally announced the Emperor and what the heck was going on, I was like, no. You do not announce that the Emperor is coming back only then in the film, in the beginning of the scroll, explain pretty much what he's doing and what's happening with him. Like, I was expecting, like, either halfway through the film or towards the end, the Emperor was going to come. And it was going to be this big, massive payoff and reveal. And, you know, it was all going to make sense and it was going to be awesome. But instead, in the freaking 2 seconds of the film, as soon as it freaking starts, we're on Exegol, and there's the Emperor being all evil and shiz. I'm like, what? No, 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 no. You've just ruined it. You've just freaking ruined it. Oh, and my rant doesn't stop there with Rise of Skywalker. Sorry, guys, but it really, really doesn't. As far as I'm concerned, like, this whole thing about Ben Solo and Rey at the end, kind of being romantically involved and sharing a kiss and all that lot and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what? Like, seriously? No, that don't make sense. That don't make sense at all. I really, really did not like that. Then Finn was completely misused. Like, seriously? I thought, like, throughout the films, that there was this thing at the back of my mind, and I thought, is he a little bit force sensitive? Do you know what I mean? And, you know, a lot of other people have thought that as well. And for them not to freaking explore that is just, nah. I'm like, what the deuce? Like, seriously. So they completely misused Finn in the end. Then, like, the main thing out of the old trilogy, let's completely, like, do this. For them to be like, oh yeah, we're going to have Luke Skywalker and Han Solo and Leia back and all this lot, and for them not to have at least one scene altogether. This has been mentioned a zillion times, don't get me wrong, so I know I'm not saying anything new here, in all honesty, but even I'll turn around and be like, yeah, nah, this is, nah. You episode 7, 8, and 9 blew it. But episode 9 blew it to a whole different level that I just absolutely detest that film with a freaking passion. They're trying to retcon everything, and in the process just completely screw everything up anyway. Like, what the deuce, you know? So, yeah. That's why, going back on topic, for me, The Last Jedi is better than The Rise of Skywalker, because The Rise of Skywalker, it had so many opportunities and it just completely missed the mark. Whereas with The Rise of Skywalker, whereas with The Last Jedi, you may not agree with it, but at least it had a story, it had a vision that it did stick to. And at least they were trying to do something different. For him to kill off Luke Skywalker, I wasn't a fan of that, in all honesty. But yeah, nah, in terms of the story, it doesn't pee me off as much. I'm not as narked with the storyline of, let's say, The Last Jedi than I am with Rise of Skywalker. That's why, to me, Last Jedi is better than Rise of Skywalker. So yeah, what do you guys think in the chat after me bit of a rant situation? Let me have a look. What are you all saying? So we've got, hello, a lot of people. So not gonna forget 7, still love that film. Like I said, the issue was the lack of unifying vision and TLJ failing as a second act film. I'd rather have my bum sit in the Clockwork Orange chair. I watched Rise of Skywalker 100 times before TLJ. That's because Fall Skywalker is one of, if not the worst movie of all time. I would say one of the worst movies of all time. Absolutely. Probably up there with, like, Sharknado. Proper ridiculous and awful and rubbish. But here's the thing. JJ was brought in last minute and he had less time to work on 9 than he had for 7. I don't care. I don't care about that, and I'll tell you why, James. JJ is supposed to be a fantastic, awesome director, right? And he should know his research when it comes to Star Wars and the lore and everything else, right? And for him to get it so drastically wrong, I don't care. The book still falls with him and Kathleen Kennedy. But no, to say that he was brought in last minute and he had less time to work on it than episode 7. Nah. No. Rubbish. Sorry. No, I don't accept that. And on top of that, KK discarded the treatments for 8 and 9 in favour of a film that split the fan base and killed any momentum that IP had. Yes, the Jewel of Fate's script. Oh my goodness. That is what they should have done. How could they have not, like, I don't get it. Like, you know, you hear about that script to the Jewel of Fate and you just think, how could anyone in their right mind turn around and think, no, we're not going to go ahead with that. We're going to go ahead with that instead, which is Rise of Skywalker. How could anyone in their right mind think that? I don't get it. Oh my goodness. You'd be very surprised how many people like Rise of Skywalker. I am surprised actually, James, how many people like Skywalker. Like what you like, hate what you hate, whatever. I'm cool with it. But for me, I absolutely detest and hate Rise of Skywalker with a passion. I do not understand anyone that likes it. But more power to you. You enjoyed the film more than me. Fair play. By the way, hun, wrench me. Yes! Oh my goodness! Let me do that now. Oh my goodness. There you go. I've wrenched you. Kev. There we go. Not shills and SJW, but regular people. Should have been a Jedi. However, there was no way 9 was going to be universally received. TLJ was the most polarised and politicised film probably of all time. 9 will be praised and criticised no matter what. No, because after The Last Jedi, we were screaming out for episode 9 to recover Star Wars, to capture back that magic and do what it needed to do. I'm sorry, The Mandalorian has done that. If The Mandalorian can do that, then episode 9 should have freaking been able to do that as well. Just saying. Episode 7, 8 and 9 is trash and so trash. Yeah, all of them are trash. It's just, you know, what levels of stinkiness of trash are they? Really? I think that Rise of Skywalker is freaking putrid. Stinkiest of the lot. Then you've got Force Awakens. Stinky. And then for me, you've got The Last Jedi as stinky-ish. But there you go. That's kind of like my rating of all 3 of them. 7 is not trash. 7 is trash. I'm sorry, it is. It's a rehash of the freaking New Hope. For frick's sake. You've got a spaceship that's in the shape of a cylindrical ball that can destroy planets. Ooh, I wonder which Star Wars film had that as well. Frick's sake. At least with Sharknado, you can just have fun with it. True, but it is still trash. I read Jewel of Fates. I thought it was fine, but I can totally see how people would bash the film. People would bash the film any which way. But it, to me, I don't think it would have been as hated as much as these set of films are. I remember it was Colin's first draft before Carrie passed away. Colin would have been in the same situation as JJ and be pressured to try and fix what happened. I don't care. Directors, part of their job is to be under pressure, guys. Because they're dealing with so many freaking moving parts when it comes to making a sodding film. They get paid millions of dollars to deal with that pressure and come out with a film that makes sense and something that we all like, right? or let's say the majority likes, because at the end of the day, they're there to do one thing, which is make freaking money, right? So, don't die. Okay. So, for someone to say, oh, well, yeah, you know, the film was rubbish, blah, 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 but to be fair, he was under so much pressure because of X, Y, and Z. No! To me, that's not an excuse that I can accept. Sorry. And it's for that reason. Have a look. Colin dodged a bullet. Yeah. They're trying to fix SW retroactively using Mando to do it. Yeah. I'd agree with that, Kev. But, just to kind of put this out there, I don't think that's a bad thing. They do need to fix Star Wars, and to use Mando to do that, fair enough. I can be on board with that all day long. Absolutely fine. And if anything, in the chat, has Star Wars been fixed because of Mando? Well, I'd say so, to a certain extent. But what does everyone think about the announcement at the end of the end credit scene of the Book of Boba Fett? Because and Andy told me when again he knew that I was going to be binge watching Mandalorian. He says, wait until the end because there's an end credit scene at the finale. I was like, okay. So I was wondering what this was all going to be about, and I thought it would have been like maybe Grogu at the Jedi training camp or something, but it wasn't that at all. It was the announcement of the Book of Boba Fett. But to be fair, I thought how they did it was freaking cool. Because they're there at Jabba the Hutt's palace. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is like amazing. And here I go, losing all my coins again. I'm an idiot. Anyway, I was like, oh my goodness, they're there at Boba Fett's, Jabba the Hutt's palace. And I'm thinking, whoa, okay, we're going to see Jabba? Like, what the deuce is going on? But no, Boba Fett pretty much like kills everyone and then sits on the throne, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what's going on here? So yeah, I'm quite excited to see how they deal with Boba Fett's character in this regard. But is anyone, I suppose my main question is, what are you most excited for? The Book of Boba Fett or the Obi-Wan series? There you go. That's a question for you all. Book of Boba Fett or the Obi-Wan series? Which one are you most excited for? I'm going to wait till you all answer. Okay. So, Kev is saying Book of Boba Fett. He's more excited about that. Why is that? What are you hoping to see in that series, Kev? I'm more excited for Boba Fett than Obi-Wan because I'm worried they'll mess up Obi-Wan. No contest. Forget thinking that you're going to be worried that they're going to mess it up. Let's assume that, I know it's quite a big assumption, but let's assume that they don't mess it up. Hey up, Ashley! Let's assume that they don't mess it up. Which one would you be more excited for? Boba Fett or Obi-Wan? Now, for me, sorry guys, Obi-Wan. I'm more excited for Obi-Wan than I am for Boba Fett. Because I'm excited. Oh, damn it, you I'm more excited for Obi-Wan because I'm very, very intrigued in terms of how they will handle Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, Hayden Christensen. And also as well, like I said before, for anyone that's just come into chat, I'm predicting that Mace Windu's going to come back in Obi-Wan. And he's going to be like a Force ghost. That's what I think's going to happen. I always mispronounce his name, but Qui-Gon, Liam Neeson's character, I always mispronounce his name because I'm an idiot. But I think James had a really, really good point earlier on that they'll bring Liam Neeson back as a Force ghost, which, to be fair, I can see that happening, dudes. So yeah, I think James has got a really, really good one there. A good prediction for that one. It would still be Boba Fett because I don't like the direction they're taking with Obi-Wan. I don't like the idea of him going off planet and fighting Vader. Who says that he'll go off planet and fight Vader? He could just be like at Tatooine, and Vader comes to Tatooine, and they go, and damn you, and they go fighting, and they fight on Tatooine. It's just that Vader doesn't see, doesn't feel the Force with Luke around and all that lot. I'll watch the show with an open mind to see if the makes sense. Yeah, the decisions would have to make sense, but you are right. This is Star Wars and this is Kathleen Kennedy, and their track record in recent times hasn't been exactly stellar. So I'll give you that, and I understand your trepidation and all that lot with it. But to be fair, they've got it. Damn it again. They've got it right with the Mandalorian. So they know how to get Star Wars. They know how to get Star Wars right now. So surely they've learned, and they'll get it right next time for the next series. But who knows? It's the thing. So if the majority of you lot are kind of more towards being excited for the Book of Boba Fett, that's absolutely fair enough. What do you guys think in terms of the third series of The Mandalorian? What do you think the storyline is going to be? Now that Grogu is off with Luke, getting trained and all that malarkey, what do you think the main storyline is going to be now? Whilst I'm waiting for your answers, let's have a look at what James is saying. I say he's going off planet based on the footage that was shown in the presentation that was exclusive to investors. There's an article with a description. It would depend on how long they can keep Mando up. Oh, do you know what? I've just noticed that gameplay there. Let me just see what screen. Sorry, I've just seen that. Will it not? Oh. Yeah, it's because I'm live at the moment. Alright then. Let's go down here. So, you say that he's going off planet based on the footage that was shown in the presentation that was exclusive to investors. There's an article with a description. Okay. It would depend on how long they can keep Mando up. I think we can't go more than 4 seasons, maybe 5. I think 3rd season, Grogu and Din will reunite. And he'll be returned to his species. Grogu and Din will reunite. But I don't think... I think Grogu's species is the Jedi. I think that's what the Mandalorian was getting at. Returning to his species, to the place that he calls home with his fellow Wotsits. I think that's the Jedi thing going on there. Yeah, they can't go for, like, I don't know. Well, I suppose it actually depends, because I've gone the wrong way. Because with all these other Star Wars series that's coming up now, there may be more scope with the Mandalorian to go more than 4 or 5 seasons, because it'll all then be interlocked and interjected, right? So you might see, like, I don't know, the Mandalorian springing up on this series, or Boba Fett springing up on this series. I mean, they've already done that technically with Boba Fett, in all honesty. So, you know, they could have, let's say, Obi-Wan springing up. Damn it. Obi-Wan springing up at, I don't know, a Mandalorian series. You don't know. It's a bit disconcerting to say that you've seen stills or a situation, James, where Obi-Wan has been off-world. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me that... And again, I die again. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me that, to be fair, but who the screwball knows. I think 3rd season, Grogu and Din will reunite and he'll be returned to his species. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, to be fair, Mandalorian hasn't steered us wrong this far, so there's nothing for me to turn around and be worried or skeptical about the next season, because they've done everything right so far. So as long as they just keep to the formula, then I'm absolutely cool with that, in all honesty. But we'll see. Speaking of which, though, other than Star Wars, now that I've finally got Disney Plus, I only got Disney Plus for the season 2 of The Mandalorian. I have seen season 1, of course, but now that I've got it, WandaVision is coming out next month. What does everyone think to that? Is everyone excited? Are they not bothered? Like, you know, what's everyone thinking about WandaVision, guys? It's about making sure the show is fresh and doesn't warn its welcome. It's about binging and what content you can make with the IP. Yeah, I agree with that. But to be fair, James, what are your thoughts on the MCU starting next month? Well, for me, the MCU starting next month with WandaVision. I'm excited for WandaVision. only because it ties into Doctor Strange 2 and MCU Spidey 3. Okay, I get that. I haven't watched any of the trailers or the behind the scenes stuff because for me, when I want to watch it, I want to watch it with fresh eyes. I don't want like any preconceptions or anything like that. I don't have much of an idea of what it's about or anything. That's just how I like it that way. But it's been hard to avoid all the Spidey 3 news, especially with Andy getting all the scoops at the moment, and you know me helping him behind the scenes and all that lot, which I'm eternally grateful and so lucky to be able to say that. But with that being said, this whole thing with Spidey 3 is kind of annoying me a little bit, and I'll tell you why. Too many characters returning. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a hot mess, like the Spider-Man 3 Tobey Maguire version. So what I mean by that is, if any of you, I'm sure you do. If any of you remember Spider-Man 3 Tobey Maguire, the reason why for me it didn't work is because there were too many characters. There were too many bad guys that you didn't get that much of a background for any of them. And it was just one big, massive, convoluted jungle of a mess. And so now is Spidey 3. By all accounts, you're getting all the original Spider-Man back. And when I say the originals, you know, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Andy has recently announced that Alfred Molina is looking at coming back. We've also got Jamie Foxx as Electro coming back. You know, there's so many characters and actors from the previous Spider-Man era films that I'm just thinking it's going to be too many characters and not enough storyline for them all. Not enough story for them all. And if they... Damn it. If they... yeah, I'm usually good at this game. Believe me. Yeah, I'll continue. Yeah, so my train of thought. Too many characters being brought back, and I think not enough storyline for any of them. It's going to be too thinly spread out as far as I'm concerned, and that's my concern with all of that. What do you guys think? Are you excited for more to come back? Do you think it'll work? Do you think it won't work? Are you skeptical like me on this one? Like, what do you guys think? Hey up, Spencer. Welcome, mate. I'm just waiting for your responses. I know there's a little bit of a lag time. So one thing that it's hard to get used to on this. I'll ask you guys a question, but it ain't gonna be instant because like I'm like a couple of seconds in front of you kind of thing. James, I can understand the worry of it being convoluted and too much of a mess. Yeah. But because they're setting up the multiverse, it makes sense they would do that. I think they can do it well. I hope they can do it well, but I think it's going to be a fine line. They could mess this up very, very easily. They can't just rely on everything being because of multiverse, you know, and just insert because of multiverse answer there kind of thing. You know, I hope I'm wrong. Don't get it twisted, guys. But yeah, the way it's going with all these inclusions of all these people and actors returning and all that lot. Yeah, I think we've got a Spider-Man 3 Tobey Maguire situation potentially on our hands. Just saying. I hope I'm wrong, of course. I hope it turns out to be great and it's another, you know, wonderful Marvel universe story that we've got. But yeah. I'm looking forward to Saw Spiral. I wanted to see that film so bad because it's Chris Rock in a horror movie. Do you know what? I am so right. There's 2 films I'm looking forward to next year. And you're gonna be surprised at this. Halloween Kills is one, and Saw Spiral is another. I absolutely love my horror films. I'm just like completely on board with them, right? Halloween Kills, I saw the trailer for that one. I actually did a trailer kind of reaction situation for that one. It'll be on the channel somewhere, so you know, hunt around for it. It's a fun one that I did. I liked that. And yeah, I am so proper hyped for that one. I think that's going to be amazing. And Saw Spiral is another one that I'm excited for next year. I think from what I know about this, forget all the Saw sequels. This is just apparently in another thing of its own in terms of the Saw universe, which I appreciate. It feels like when I saw the trailer for this one, it's going back to a little bit of basics to what the original Saw was all about, in terms of like the grittiness and all that lot. And the bit at the end where, you know, he's got the saw, Chris Rock's got the saw in his hand and he's chained up, and it's like, oh my goodness, yes, that's like a nod to the original. I am so for that. So yeah, they're actually the 2 films I'm actually most excited for next year. Nothing to do with DC, nothing to do with Marvel. They're me too. I'm also looking forward to Venom 2 and Morbius. The only superhero film I was more excited for was WW84. Not that excited for BWR Eternals. I'm excited for Morbius, but for one reason. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I'm excited for Morbius, but for one reason. My little brother was actually a part of the making of that film. He's an artist. And you know, he helps with a lot of computer games is what he generally deals with. So, you know, helping with creating characters or for argument's sake, environments, that kind of thing. He's predominantly that. But he's worked for Sony on a number of, let's say, projects, so to speak. One of them is Morbius. He helped design, as far as I know, from what he has told me, he helped design some of the outfits for the main characters. So Morbius, he said that in the first trailer for Morbius, when that was released, he's actually wearing something that he actually did help design. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm a proud little sis. I say proud little sister. I'm the big sister, actually, to be fair. I'm older than him. But yeah, I'm a proud sister. He helped with the whole production and design of Morbius and all that lot. So yeah, I'm excited to watch that film, but because of that, of course, I've told all my friends, everyone at work, that as soon as it is released, we are going en masse to the nearest cinema, and we're just gonna like book, or like we're just gonna fill out the whole freaking situation. Damn it. Yeah, we're gonna fill out the whole freaking cinema and just be like, yay, go me brother. So yeah, really excited for Morbius, but yeah, like I say, because of that reason. But I am, funnily enough, don't know, why do I keep losing freaking rings? Steph, come on, you could do better. I say that and I lose my ring straight away, what the hell. Anyway, yeah, I've lost my train of thought again, and I've lost my ring. Oh, piss off, I can't be bothered with you now. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm excited to see Morbius. But, oh yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'll be very honest with you guys, though. I don't know much about Morbius. Is a character that I'm not too familiar with. I know from what I do know, he's like a living vampire or something. Scientist that, you know, I think something goes wrong and he turns into a vampire. Who the heck knows? If anyone could, like, I suppose, school me in the chat. What's my little brother actually worked on? That'd be nice to know, really, to be fair. Okay, it's because Jared Leto is dreamy. Jared Leto is dreamy. I'll give you that. But I'm not much of a fan of Jared Leto. To be fair, I died again. Because I don't know, just the way he is, and no, he's a good actor. I'll give him that. But no, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. As a person, you know, his persona that we do know of, you know, in the media and blah blah blah. I don't know. It's just not for me. Jared Leto. He looks dreamy, but that's it. But yeah, it's because I know someone who worked on Morbius. My little brother helped design some of, let's say, the outfits that the actors will be wearing in the movie. He's worked for Sony on a couple of projects as far as I know. So yes, I'm a proud big sister. I'm not trying to get excited for any movies because we don't know when all this will be cleared up. Yeah, I understand that. But to be fair, I am excited for a couple of reasons. Firstly, there's not much to be excited for at the moment with everything going on, so it's nice just to have a little bit of hope and excitement and all that lot. But secondly, again, I'll be completely honest with you, early on this year I had some mental health issues that I had to deal with, and you know, the lockdown hasn't been too kind to me. I've not coped with it well, unfortunately. So one thing that I kind of use as a coping mechanism is that this lockdown, this whole situation that we find ourselves in the world, is not going to last. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. And guess what? The light at the end of the tunnel, there is movies, and lots of them. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of excited. It's a little bit like coping mechanism for me, I suppose, in that respect. So there you go. Which Sonic am I playing? The original one. Sonic the Hedgehog #1. The one that, if you remember, if you got the... there you go. If you got the Sega Mega Drive, it was the one that would come free, that was built in. There we go. Yeah, it was the one that was built in that would come free. There was also like the other... what was the other game that would come free? Alex the Kid in Miracle World. Yeah, that's the other one. Alex the Kid in Miracle World, if you remember, that was the other one that would come free. You'd have a console, it'd be either that one or the other one, and it was that one. So, yeah. Have I just got lost? I can't have been. No. Now we've got it. So, yeah, that's the one that I'm... let me have a look. Morbius' character exclusively from Spidey's verse. There's not much to him. He's appeared in the 90s animated series. Yeah, but... Okay. So, he's part of the Spideyverse. Okay. Is he part of the Sinister Six? Because, again, I'll be very honest with you. I'm getting... I'm learning a lot of things from you guys, Andy, Chris, and this Sinister Six situation. Is he part of that, Morbius? Because if he is, oh my goodness, that would be awesome. I'm excited for all the Disney Plus stuff, since those probably won't be delayed, unlike all the movies. Do you know what? I'm not excited for all of the Disney Plus situation. WandaVision I am. Loki I am. Oh my goodness. Loki, like, I am so for this whole situation with Loki. To be fair, I like Tom Hiddleston. So I can get on board with that. But Falcon and the Winter Soldier, no, I'm not excited for that. Hawkeye, no, I'm not excited for that either. Even, you know, the Nick Fury series, I'm not excited for that either. Sorry, I'm not. I'll watch them because I'll be intrigued to see how it all fits in the universe. Don't get me wrong, but no. The only two series I'm really excited about are WandaVision and Loki. That's it. What about you guys? Are you excited for them all? Are there some that you're just not bothered about with Disney Plus series that's coming up? Like, what are your guys' thoughts on that? Let me have a look at what you're reading so far whilst I'm waiting for your answers. So... Oh, James, it's all good. We're all dealing with our issues during lockdown. It's not been easy for any of us, to be fair. 100 years ago, it's the Spanish flu. We'll get through this. Absolutely, we will do. And now that, you know, the vaccine's all sorted and everything, and it's starting to be rolled out, yeah, this will be distant history soon enough. I've never played much Sonic. I suck at it. I love Mario. Mario is much more of my jam. Well, Spencer, if that's the case, because I'm pretty much sick and tired of dying on Sonic right now, let's play a bit of Mario then, if that's the case. All right. Hang on. So whilst I'm doing that... do Super Mario 3. It's one of my favourite ones. This is actually the first ever game I ever played. So yeah, this is quite a nostalgic one for me, absolutely. To my knowledge, Morbius wasn't a part of the Sinister Six. I think Morbius would appear in the live-action Spider-Verse film, but I don't see him being in MCU Spidey 3. No. I don't either, only because of how Sony and Marvel are. Sony will share Spider-Man, but, you know, to share any of their other characters, you'd have to really push him, I suppose, to do that. Usually on his own, he was part of a monster-like squad at one point. A monster squad, if you will. I'm super excited for Secret Invasion. I'm not. Lightyear, I'm very excited for. The capture the Saturday morning cartoon for the animated series game, I'll be so happy. Yeah, you got a point there, James. I can jive with that. There's a few I'm not too excited for. One of the ones I'm least excited for is Moon Knight. Why is that? Because of how he'll play in a more PG-13 series, because I see him being more R. Okay, that's fair enough. But to be fair, because by all accounts they are going to include... sorry, I'm trying to do everything all at once. Let me pause that for a moment. Sorry, me thinking and doing things is sometimes not the best of combinations. Sorry, I had a message as well on my phone. So yeah, back to normal screening situation. So now that they are, by all accounts, are including Deadpool in the MCU, I can't see how they cannot make him rated R. So if they're going to make him rated R, then surely, you know, that'll set the precedent, you know, for Moon Knight, don't you think? Just saying. Like, what do you think? I'm excited for the Marvel shows than I am the movies. I'm worried for the SW, Acolyte and Lando show and Children of Blood and Bone. I'm happy they're ending Indy with a 5th film. Ford will be 80 by the time Indy 5 comes out. Damn it. In all honesty, with this Indy 5 situation, I'm more inclined to think, nah, they shouldn't do an Indy 5. They should just leave it as it is, and that's it. If they, even, you see, I'd be love to for even them to do a reboot with a different actor to play Indy. I just think leave it at 4 and just have it done. I cannot see how they could do an Indy 5 and do it well. Like you guys say, you know, Harrison Ford is in his 80s. You know, I mean, let's put it this way. He's a bit dodgery, like, you know, especially with the flying situation and the airplanes and all that lot. He's a proper little doddery old fool. So I don't know. I'm not jiving with the whole Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford situation. Number 5, nah. Alien show from Hulu with a Legion showrunner, I'm looking forward to. Now, when you say Legion, are you talking about the TV series or the film starring Paul Bettany? Just to ask. Blade needs to be rated R. Absolutely does that need to be rated R. And if not, then there's something wrong. The TV show based on X-Men Legion. Okay, fine. I always get mixed up when you guys talk about Legion, which one? Because I actually like that film, you know. The one with Paul Bettany, Legion. I actually like that. It's got Dennis Quaid in it as well. I think it's really fun. If you've not seen it, I'd actually recommend you see it. My eyeballs are quite happy with that one, to be fair. I've seen that film a zillion times. That's how much I actually like it. What's interesting is the Deadpool 1 and 2 writers are coming for the third film. I think Feige told Reynolds will do this, but with our writers, not yours. Great. That don't sound good. Although, to be fair, even though Deadpool 1 was awesome, Deadpool 2 not so much. So, yeah, maybe having new writers in would be cool. Acolyte could be bad because of the showrunner. I'm willing to give it a shot. You'll have a unifying vision because of the medium. It's whether or not it'll be good. True. Like we were saying earlier on with Star Wars situation, one of the reasons why episode 7, 8 and 9 bombed as much as it did was because it didn't have that particular unifying vision. So, I'm not going to get that one now. So yeah, even though we say that Star Wars failed because it didn't have that unifying vision, maybe this one will because of the unifying vision, you know? We can never be satisfied, can we, guys? Always has to be something wrong. Even though, Luke Skywalker comes on at the end of season 2 of Mandalorian. Oh no, there's still something wrong. CGI don't look right. Dudes, seriously. The people that are moaning about that need their head freaking examining, I swear. Not about the freaking CGI. Not for this. Anyway, Acolyte could be bad because of show. Yeah, I've already read that. Fair enough. Do you agree with me though that, this whole Falcon and Winter Soldier, for example, I'm not excited for it. Are you guys excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier or not? If you are, why? Why are you excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier? Because I'm not. Am I missing something here as to why I'm not excited for it? Like, please tell me. And James, Star Wars fans are crazy? Yes. Yes, they are. I have learned that very, very quickly and very early on. That Star Wars fans can be a bit of a crazy bunch. Yeah. That was a steep learning curve for me, that one. My goodness. For me, it comes to whether or not you can keep a cool head and explain your points. I really don't like the outrage culture that's been going on. No, me neither. I think it's a load of balls. It's stupid. Like, the whole thing of, if you have a difference of opinion, it automatically means you are bad, and you need to quote unquote be cancelled. Like, seriously? What the deuce? That's ridiculous. Yeah. And this whole thing with Gina Carano, and things that she says that, fair enough. If you disagree with her, you disagree with her. Okay, fine. But then to call her, all these slurs and names under the sun and say that either she's homophobic or whatever Twitter's freaking saying against her at the moment, it's always something. It's ridiculous still. I just don't. No. Has she murdered someone? Has she done something unspeakably freaking evil? Well, if not, then shut the fuck up. Seriously. Having a difference of opinion does not automatically mean that you should then be cancelled. It's freaking ridiculous. And me saying that does not mean then that I should be freaking cancelled either. So bog off. Oh, hey up, Eric! I just hope that Falcon and Winter Soldier could do what comics failed to do and justify Sam Wilson's rise to Captain America. Well, okay then, Eric. So, question for you there, mate. How do you think they should justify Sam Wilson's rise to being Captain America? I mean, we already, of course, had it at the end of Endgame where Steve Rogers literally hands over the baton, the actual, like, shield to him. So, how can they cement that and justify his rise to Captain America ultimately? Let me know about that one. Spencer, Falcon Winter Soldier looks cool, but definitely low on my list of stuff I'm excited for. I like that they're bringing back Seymour. Me too. And giving his character more like how he is. I'm in the source material. I hope so too on that one. Okay, exactly. With Star Wars, it's also historic. Years ago, people hated and vilified George because of the prequels. I remember that. Do you know what? I feel so freaking old right now for me to say that. But I remember when the prequels came out. Oh my goodness. Oh, they just, it were like, yeah. They wanted to freaking hang him, didn't they? They just, they hated it. And now, you know, time's a great leveler, eh? Everyone's like, oh my goodness, blah, 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 the prequels are much, much better, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, anyway. Exactly. You can like and dislike what you want, but to give into mind-numbing emotion makes me upset. Yeah. Yeah. There has to be logic. Without logic for me, then it's complete chaos. Who cares about Falcon Winter Soldier? The NBA's back next week. Hey up, Bunder! Bunder in the house! Woo woo! NBA. Well, to be fair, you know, you in the NBA can live happily ever after. It's not a big thing over here. So, you know, have fun with that. I'm a Star Wars fan and my friends call me crazy. Yeah. Do you know what, though? It's going to sound really weird me saying this. But in terms of, like, my friends over here, and you know, the ones I see in real life kind of situation, you know what I mean. I'm the geekiest one out of the lot. I will literally turn around to them and I'll be like, oh, are you excited to see Snyder Cut? They're like, what's the Snyder Cut? Like, seriously, like, the people I know, they have no freaking clue. It is quite astonishing, in all honesty. Let's see the rest of what you're saying. It's weird to see history repeating itself. I've heard all the talk about how Star Wars is ruined, and years ago people said the exact same thing with the prequels. Yes. But at least the prequels had a storyline and something that it kept throughout. That unified and everything else. I still think the prequels aren't that great, but if you're going to compare them to episodes 7, 8 and 9, dude, which ones are you going to choose? If you had to choose between episodes 1, 2 and 3 or 7, 8 and 9 being Thanos snapped, which ones would you choose? Which set? 1, 2 or 3, 7, 8 or 9? Let me know. They cannot do what comics did and essentially make it a political statement. Sam Wilson shouldn't be the new Cap because he's black and America is racist and only a black Captain America can save it. Yeah, but yeah, it's how can I put this? How can they not make it a political statement? I mean, I think the way that they introduced Falcon and everything else wasn't shoehorned in. I think Captain America, Steve Rogers giving Sam Falcon the shield wasn't shoehorned in. I thought that was quite nice and fitting. So it makes sense, and it was nice, and it was smooth, and it made sense with the storyline. For it not to be politicised, though, in terms of Falcon and Winter Soldier, I think there'll be a little bit in it. You see, I don't. How do I put this? I don't mind if they do politicise it, as long as they're not shoving it down our throats and making it all proper SJW. If there's a hint of it, fine, okay, I can stomach that. But if, like I say, if they proper shove it down our throats, SJW style, nah, I'm turning that stuff off. Like, bog off then at that point. I'm not, no, I can't be bothered with that. Sam Wilson is bigger and better than that. He should earn the shield because he's Steve's best friend and is willing to keep up his task. Essentially, he's passing. Okay, fair play. James, Eric, they could go with the angle that Steve picked Sam over Bucky because he was a good man. It's a throwback to the first film with how Steve was picked. Eric, Cap did pass down the shield to Falcon in Endgame, so looks like it's already better, maybe. Not too familiar with those comics. The prequels issue was that George was surrounded by yes men and it was his way or the highway. It wasn't collaborative like how the OT was. Fair enough. Captain America was one of my least favourite heroes, not because he's a cool hero, I just like the heroes more because they're more interesting to me. Issue with Star Wars, the lack of unifying vision, regardless if it was JJ during the whole thing or John and Dave doing it or whoever, you need cohesion, yes. It's hard to pick because they both have their pros and cons. You've got to pick one, James! Which trilogy are you going to Thanos snap? 1 to 3 or 7 to 9? I'm holding you to this one. You got to choose. I've already chosen. I'll let you probably know which ones I'm going to pick, but I'm not going to say. Oh, I want to hear what you're going to say first. It's why I say Mando and the other shows don't have the issue because TV doesn't suffer from either issue or idea of Falcon inheriting the shield. Well, to be fair, Eric, he inherited the shield at the end of Endgame when Steve Rogers gave him it. To be fair. So let's not get that twisted. Snap away the sequels. Oh, so Spencer's saying snap away 7, 8 and 9. Alright. What say you, James? Spencer's already got his dog in the fight now. You like the majority of the prequels. Alright, fair enough. Because there was a route, the prequels would have gone a different direction. So, oh, no, I'm not supposed to do that. What I mean by Thanos snap is completely out of existence. Like, would you want a Thanos snap episodes 1, 2, and 3 away so that they never existed at all, or 7, 8, or 9? Which trilogy? That's what I mean, James. Completely Thanos snap. Very easy, very simple. Question there. You don't have to overthink it. You just say, right, if I did not want one of these trilogies in existence, which one would I let Thanos snap out of reality? Thanos snapped the sequels. But the biggest problem wasn't the movies, it was how Lucasfilm employees treated those who rightfully criticised them for being bad, especially when it comes to the SJW stuff. Yeah. The last 3 Star Wars movies are my three least favourite. And they got worse as they went for me. Pretty much, yeah. But I did like Force Awakens and loved Rogue One. I actually liked Rogue One, actually, yeah. You're right on that. But I did not like Force Awakens. I'm sorry, Spencer. Please let me know why you liked Force Awakens. Because for me, like I said earlier on, Force Awakens. Alright. It's about this person who starts to realise that they are one with the Force and they have magical Jedi powers, blah, blah, blah. And you've got the dark side, who has a big circular spaceship situation going on that can destroy planets. Oh, I wonder where we've seen that storyline before. Freaking, like, seriously. Force Awakens is, to me, so freaking unoriginal, it's untrue. Let me just kill this baddie of the castle. Yay! George Lucas handled the criticism for the prequels better than K.K. Johnson and others handled those who disliked the sequels. Yeah. I'd snap the ST only because the outrage has gotten out of control and I think it's better than Star Wars would die. CW, we see no more content. Okay, fair enough, James. Alright. For me, just so you know, I would snap out 7, 8, and 9. Snap, snap, snap. Bye, bye, bye. Gone, gone, gone. Completely unoriginal. It's like I just mentioned with The Force Awakens. I think it's ridiculous how unoriginal that storyline is. I like the fact that this time, okay, fair enough, they had the main Force character to be a female. All right, a nice little modern spin on it. I can jive with that. The SJW stuff, though, nope, can't jive with that. The way that they completely mishandled Finn, I can't jive with that either. Just so many missed opportunities, it's untrue. Then you've got The Last Jedi, which, to be fair, killing off freaking Luke Skywalker. Dude, nah, I'm just not jiving with that whatsoever. I think that's ridiculous. And then Rise of Skywalker. Oh my goodness. If you haven't been here from the beginning, you missed a rant on that one. But just to kind of give you the cliff notes. Them announcing right at the beginning of the freaking scroll about her Emperor Palpatine being back and everything was bad enough. Then him appearing in the first freaking 2 seconds of the movie instead of it being a nice little build up and freaking reveal of it all, you know? That was stupid. And then this whole thing about Rey and Ben Solo hooking up, like, what the deuce? Yeah, I just... Nah. And the way that they brought Emperor Palpatine back as like this mad, I don't know, clone or whatever, I thought, do you know what? I'll tell you this. I thought that when they announced that Emperor Palpatine was coming back, that it would be a spin on the Force Ghost and that he would be like a Sith Ghost kind of thing for Ben Solo. That would have been freaking interesting. That I could have got on board with. But this thing about him being freaking hooked up to everything, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, nah, I'm just not. No, thanks. Anyway. Oh, hello. Let's have a look at what you're talking about. You like the majority of the prequels. But you say snap away the sequels. Yeah, snap away the sequels. Woo woo! Oh, you like the majority of the prequels. I agree. The last 3 Star Wars movies on my 3 list. Yeah. Have I seen that? Oh, here we go. Rogue was really good. Force Awakens has been unwatchable, knowing where 8 and 9 go. Yeah, for me it's unwatchable because it's unoriginal. I'm sorry. They just rehashed New Hope and all that. TFI's characters are more defined than the entire prequel. What? No! TFA's characters are more defined than the entire prequel trilogy combined. No. Not a chance, dude. Not a chance, James. George didn't handle the criticism well. When the CW writers' room got started and George heard that Jar Jar was getting complaints, he'd tell the writers put him in an episode. There was that famous photo with George wearing that hand shot first, and everyone said that was George giving the FU to fans. Only difference is that back then you weren't called a W supporter or Gore Kerry support if you didn't like him. Alright, but to say that the Force Awakens characters are more defined than the entire prequel trilogy combined. No. No, I respectfully disagree with you on that one, James. Respectfully disagree with you. It was George's idea to make Luke like that, even killing him off in episode 8. You see, whether it's George Lucas's idea or not to kill Luke off in episode 8, I still think it's a trash idea. Sorry. I think that sequels had some cool ideas. They just weren't executed correctly. Okay. I respect what you said there, Spencer. Again, I would respectfully though disagree with that. The ideas were trash. You can't turn trash into diamond. I'm sorry. Nah. James, I disagree. This year there was that Last Jedi didn't do what a second act film does. When you think back on sequels like Dark Knight or Spider-Man 2, they all delve into the characters and conflict. Didn't The Last Jedi do that though? They delved into the characters. They delved into Ben Solo's past as to whilst he was with Luke Skywalker training as a Jedi. They delved into a little bit more about Luke Skywalker's past as, you know, a Jedi Master and training all the younglings and all that lot. And what happened there. And Luke Skywalker's inner conflict in the sense of his guilt of having trained Ben Solo, but feeling guilty that he was maybe in his mind to blame for the creation of Kylo Ren, pushing him to the dark side in that regard. That's a lot of character and inner conflict for The Last Jedi, to be fair. Unless you meant something different by that, I'm not too sure, but yeah. It's all a structure where the first act is the opening, the second is the conflict, and the third is the resolution. TLJ didn't delve into Rey, Finn and Poe and give them anything to do. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. I kind of. Okay. Finn and Poe, yeah, they didn't delve into them and didn't give them much to do. If anything, Finn goes on a freaking pointless side adventure and all that malarkey, as we know. They did delve into Rey a little bit, I would say. When she's on the island with Luke and, you know, she's figuring out the Force and all that jazz a little bit. But the structure overall for 7, 8 and 9 isn't there. I agree with that. It's disjointed and it's... You could see them literally as 3 separate movies with nothing really tying them together, like no actual like backbone running through all of them all at the same time. It's 3 separate films just with the same characters in them. I mean, freaking hell, Last Jedi, the way that they kill Snoke in the end and all that lot. I mean, to be fair, like, The Force Awakens with the introduction of Snoke and all that lot, like, you know, I was thinking, oh, okay then. I don't mean it like this, but I'll go back to Mario whilst I'm talking. I kind of don't mean it like this in a way, but like, oh my goodness, like, is he like the equivalent to like the new Emperor or something like that? Like, just as strong and, you know, the main, like, big bad overall throughout the new Star Wars universe that were introduced here and all that malarkey. That's kind of what I was thinking to it all, right? And in the end, this Snoke is just meh. In The Last Jedi, something that, oh damn it, something that, you know, in the end, Rey and Kylo Ren team up and kill very freaking easily, may I add. Like, you know, what the deuce, he wasn't that much of a big bad in the end, let's put it that way, Snoke. And there wasn't that much of, let's say, background information that explained a little bit more about who Snoke was, where he came from, blah blah blah. It was just, oh, he's just there. Yeah, alright, whatever. So yeah, there's not much backbone between all three. And when you look at all three, there's plot holes throughout every single one of them that, you know, is missing, doesn't make sense, or isn't explained when it should be, or that malarkey. Yeah. I agree, James. After all that rambling, basically what I'm trying to say is, yeah, James, I agree. Oh, hang on. You do think they should have killed off Luke in episode 9 with him being reassured that the next generation will handle it? The point of Star Wars was legacy and what it means to pass on what you've learned for the next generation. Give me a moment whilst I digest that. You know what, James? You've got a good point. Do you know what? You just on that, I agree with you. Bloody hell, I never thought. Wow. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, killing Luke off, but like that. But in episode 9. Yeah. Oh my goodness. James, you've made a very, very good point, and I absolutely agree with it. And you've changed my mind on the killing of Luke. Okay, you know, still, you know, killing him. The Last Jedi, I still don't agree with, but doing it that way? Dude, yeah. Oh, damn it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I agree with that. You've changed my mind. Thank you, James. Yes. Okay. Snoke was wasted. Yeah, I agree. Snoke was. I mean, a lot of characters were wasted in episode 7, 8, and 9. Snoke was definitely one that was wasted. They could have done so much with that dude, but yeah, proper wasted in the end. It's part of the human condition where we grow old and we're meant as for the next generation of people. when you're young, you come across people in your life that'll teach you life lessons. They'll always be with you in spirit, but there comes a point in your life where you leave your teachers and have to stand on your own as an adult. Yeah, facts. And I've died. Facts. Yeah. I can agree with that. That's absolutely fair enough. Wow. All right. So, speaking of one big bad to another, we've talked about Star Wars. Who do you think is going to be the big bad for the MCU? For the next phase? You see? I, for one, do not have an idea. I'm just going to stay a little bit silent whilst I wait for you guys to all catch up and hear what I've just asked. But yeah, from one big bad to another, who do you think is going to be the big bad for Star Wars? Star Wars. The Marvel next phase. It's also why I knew Han was going to die in 7, like how Qui-Gon died in 1 and Obi-Wan in 4. It's all a cycle. Qui-Gon. I always mispronounce his name. I'll freely admit that. I have no idea who they'll use. You see, me neither. Like, who could they possibly use as the main big bad for the next phase of Marvel? That and Ford hating Han and wanting to kill him off since episode 6, right? Kasdan agreed to do it, and Lucas said no because he wanted to sell toys. But I want Doctor Doom. You want Doctor Doom. You want Doctor Doom to be the big bad out of the all Marvel Cinematic Universe of the next phase. Doctor Doom. Spencer, I think we can do better than that. Surely. The big bad will be the multiverse. Who was it now? Hang on. I've got to Google this because I've got. Oh, I'm bad with names, guys. I will freely admit this. I am bad with names, but I've got. Unless it's Ego that I'm thinking of, but it's Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's this guy in like bright light, and he's literally like the universe or something like that. Does anyone know who I'm on about? I know I haven't dreamt this. I know it. In the comic books, he's literally like the universe. Like, he is, like, he's this like bright light, like human form shaped bright light universe dude. The big bad won't be the universe, James, but the multiverse will be the environment, the setting. Also, Steph, make sure you title the video Thoughts on the Mandalorian as well. I've already done that, James. I've already put spoilers in the title. Just refresh the stream. You'll see it. Adam Warlock. Do you know what? I think it's him. Hang on. Yes. Adam Warlock. Yes. Yes. James, it's Adam Warlock. It's Adam Warlock. That's the dude that I've got in my head. He's the one, isn't he? And Mario. I'll put in Mario in the end. Yes, James, you've got a point there. Yeah. Adam Warlock. Don't you think it would make sense for someone like Adam Warlock to be the big bad for the next Marvel phase? Just saying. God damn it. I was doing so well. Damn it. You see, these are the kind of games that I like playing because it feeds. Damn you. And I say that as I freaking die on Mario. But it fuels my nostalgia. I love these kinds of games. They're Steph friendly. I love them. Oh, damn it. I want that. Thank you. Seeing Adam Warlock could be awesome, but he's a hero. Yeah, but am I thinking of the wrong one? Hang on. I'm going back to Google. Hang on. MCU. It's literally like. I remember it's a being that's literally the universe. Like, I see him in the comics right now. Is a being that's the universe. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. Chris will know. I'll ask Chris afterwards. There's a character in the MCU that is literally like he is the universe. Like he is of a humanoid shape, let's say, but he's literally like the universe. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Or am I just chatting a lot of balls at the moment? Which would make sense knowing me, don't get me wrong. But besides the point, whatever he's called, dudes, I think he's going to be the main big bad. And it would make sense because the multiverse is the setting for the new phase. So a character like that literally is the universe would make sense to be the big bad. Someone who's the universe that could literally manipulate what happens within said multiverse and universe and all that lot. Gotta be. me have a look. What are you guys saying? Are you thinking of Kang the Conqueror? The name doesn't ring a bell, James, on that one. Galactus does, though. In the comic books, does Galactus look like a freaking universe? Like the being, the shape of a being with universe and all that lot, stars, all that. I might not be making much sense, but Spencer, you think I know what I'm talking about? Please enlighten me. I'm not making this shiz up. I know. Yes! You know who I'm on about though, Spencer, right? It's him! I'm telling you, it's going to be that dude that's going to be the main big bad. That's my prediction for the next Marvel Universe. Kang the Conqueror, though. Let me just Google Kang the Conqueror just to see what he looks like. Because, again, I'll know it on sight. No, it's not Kang the Conqueror. Galactus. Let me see Galactus. Formerly a mortal man, cosmic entity. Oh, hang on. Oh! Hang on. I think I found it. Hang on. Korvac? I've got to look at the images here. I think it's Korvac. Let me have a look. Don't know the name. Eternity. Galactus looks like a purple space pimp with silver surfer as his hoe. He eats planets. Yeah, I saw that on Google when I Googled Galactus. It's definitely not Galactus. Unless you're thinking about the space cloud Galactus from the Fantastic Four movie. I was thinking that, admittedly, James, which is why I thought originally it might have been Galactus when I saw that name that you mentioned, but it's not him. You think I'm talking about Eternity. Let me just see Eternity. Yes! Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's it! Yes! Eric! You genius! That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yes! Hang on. Yeah. Guys, Google it. Eternity. Eric's on the ball. He's on the money. It's that. It's Eternity. There you go. Yes. It's humanoid looking like, but it's all space and suns and stars and everything. That's the being. Yes. Eric, you absolute star. That's exactly who I'm talking about. Eternity. Brilliant. Thank you. I can now sleep at night. Because that was going to bug me until I figured that one out. Yeah. That's what I'm on about, guys. Eternity. I think that's going to be the big bad for the next Marvel phase. What do you guys think? Before I go and end this stream, do you think Eternity is going to be the big bad? To me, it makes sense. Because if this is all going to be based in the multiverse, the big bad has to be something that matches that kind of embodies the literal freaking universe, which is what Eternity does. Apologies. My throat's getting a bit gawky now with all this chatting. But yeah, how can one see eternity? It's an infinite amount of time. No, there's a character called Eternity. Do you know what? Hang on, guys. I'm going to show you this now. Let me not do that. Oh, yeah, let me do that, actually. Yeah. Eternity. Marvel. New. Images. Okay. Let me just I'm gonna show you how you can see. And then Anna come up here. Should be able to see him in a few moments. I'm just waiting for the delay to kind of run through so I can, hopefully you can see. There we go. Right. Eternity! That dude! Eric, you freaking genius. You knew exactly who I was talking about. Like, through my ramblings, you worked it out. Thank you. Oh, damn it. Let me go back. There we go. How can one see eternity? It's an infinite amount of time. That's not eternity. That's a cell phone. He'd be the last big bad ever could eventually lead to him. Maybe, but my thing is, where do you go from there? Eternity would probably be the final villain of the Marvel Studios films. Not necessarily. I mean, think about it. It's a freaking cash cow. They'd figure out a way. They'd figure out a way for it to carry on. I mean, to be fair, the comic books have. So, why can't Marvel, Marvel Studios figure it out? You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I meant. Like, literally, like, a humanoid form. There's literally just, like, planets, stars, and everything. Eric, again, you freaking genius. Thank you. I think the thumbnail for the video should be Steph photoshopping her head on Eternity's body with Sonic and Mario on her hand. Do you know what, James? Just for you, I will figure out a way to do that. How about that, mate? That's funny as hell. Oh, my goodness. Before I go, my goodness, I've been streaming for 2 hours. Wow. All right. Time flies when you're having fun, eh, guys? In the end, just to kind of recap, loved The Mandalorian. So happy. The finale was freaking fire. Star Wars is back. I absolutely love it. It's got that magic again. The inclusion of Luke right at the end, like, jaw just freaking dropped. But no, it was very, very steady inclusion. You know, you saw the X-Wing fighter come in, you're thinking, nah, that can't be. You're seeing him cloaked, and you see just the one-gloved hand, and you're thinking, oh my goodness. And then the green lightsaber, and you're getting more excited, and then he comes through the door with the smoke, and then he uncloaks himself, and it's Luke, and it's like, yes! I can be so on board with this. And then, yeah, I did get a little bit teary-eyed when, like, you know, Din had to kind of, like, say goodbye to Grogu, and it's like, Luke's like, yeah, Grogu's asking for your permission to go, and it's like, oh no. But yeah, freaking fire. Absolutely loved it. But yeah, so that's that. Marvel Cinematic Universe, the next phase. I'm looking forward to it. Some of the Disney Plus series, not so much, but that one I am. Not too bothered about the Boba Fett series, but more bothered about the Obi-Wan. But a lot of you guys are saying the other way around, so fair enough. I'm not a stranger to having an adverse opinion to the popular, so there you go. just watch my Spaceballs videos for that one. Oh my goodness. The amount of hate comments that's in there because I simply just do not get or do not like a film is funny as hell. Yeah, the internet sometimes don't understand it. Your logic, wow, whatever. Anyways. But yeah, you guys, I think I'm gonna end it here and have something to eat very quickly and chill out for the evening with my family. But it has been absolutely lovely chilling out with you guys this evening. Thank you very much for joining, sticking by me and all my ramblings and all that lot. I know all you lot that are watching and commenting and all that lot have subscribed, but for those that are watching it on the replay, if you want more of this, subscribe down below. We'd like to reach 500 subscribers. That's our goal. Like, share, comment, all that good stuff, and until the next time, you guys, laters.